What really happened on the 13th of February 1668? Come with me and let's find out. Ready, Menchie? Goodbye, let's go. That was the day on which Spain finally recognised Portugal, ending 28 years' war, but leading to a much greater problem for the Iberian Peninsula. The war started when the Portuguese decided they were sick of being ruled by the Spanish. It didn't make sense, so they picked a Portuguese guy called Duke Braganza to be their real king. But Spain took offence at that, and they went to war. The Spanish expected to win despite not having much money for a war, and also not knowing the rules of chess, for the canny Portuguese had divided the entire landscape up into little squares, and they were refusing to acknowledge the outcome of any battle if the men didn't move like on a chessboard. The Spanish went one better, and decided not to recognise that the Portuguese were even there at all. Obviously, the situation couldn't continue. We'll go a little bit further. Now, both Spain and Portugal looked to England, and in particular to Edward Montagu, the first Earl of Sandwich, for a solution. And Montagu looked to his best friend and bull whisperer, my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, Palatine Delaney. Palatine decided they should go for a little holiday and have a look at the matter. Montagu was already stressed. He'd had an idea for a new kind of snack, but he couldn't work out the concrete details because he kept being called up to attend parliaments with increasingly ludicrous names. There was the Bareback Parliament, the Rump Parliament, and any day now there was going to be the Monkey Parliament. So off they went. And it worked. On their very first day there, Palatine handed Montagu a slice of rubbery Portuguese cheese. Thinking it must be some kind of hard butter, Montagu slapped it between two bits of bread and ate it while he jotted down more ideas for this sandwich idea of his. But Palatine had seen that Montagu needed a good slug of water to help him wash down the snack, so he made another suggestion. Why not, he said, add some actual butter? At that stage you could practically hear the candle of inspiration being lit over Montagu's head, but it wasn't until Palatine made a further, even better suggestion that the sandwich was born. He suggested Montagu put the butter on the inside of the two slices of bread to keep his fingers clean. Voila, as they say in Portugal. The sandwich. That all happened on the morning of the 13th of February. By late afternoon, the Spanish were signing the treaty. So thanks to Montagu and Delaney, Spain and Portugal were at peace. The worst was yet to come, because the Spanish weren't the only ones desperate to get their hands on the sandwiches. And ever since that day, Portugal has been overrun with tourists, hoping to get a glance of the place where Palatine Delaney invented the sandwich. But you can't blame Delaney for that. He had told Montagu to keep his trap shut until they got home. England's weather would have kept away the tourists. And anyway, when Montagu did arrive back in England, he arrived alone. He had pushed Delaney overboard, wedged in between two bits of wood to weigh him down, for daring to suggest that they named their joint invention the Delaney sandwich.